I mean, I went through my phase where I thought I knew best and she was wrong and I was right. And I've always had that from my parents, and I know I always will. And I'm sure I put my mom through things that she didn't enjoy. We're nothing fancy. We don't live in million-dollar homes. We're just plain people still alive. So we'll take it any day. Your life can change in a split second. Had she died Monday night, I would have had regrets still, because you don't always talk to or treat people the way you would want to if that were your last day with them or your last conversation.
Keep praying for me.
But if I fall, I will get up again. My service automated, like data running through my veins. Got you distracted, subconscious overloaded. Careful, don't pull the cord on me. No time to stay around. Keep walking till you get out of my face.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name's Amanda and I'm so glad you're here. Today started off as just some deep cleaning motivation. There were spaces in my house I had neglected, my microwave, the outside of my trash can. There were just so many spaces in my house that were nasty and I needed to tackle those. I was going to clean my refrigerator out and my cabinets, and I probably have 4 or 5 loaves of bread or hamburger buns, things like that, that were just molded and needed to be thrown away. But things changed. In the middle of all of this, I received a phone call that my mom had been taken to the hospital. So I'll get to that in just a few minutes, but I will go ahead and say this is probably going to be a chatty video. I received a comment or two saying that I talk too much. I've just received some rude comments over the last couple of videos, and I will say that I do talk a lot. If you don't like a chatty voiceover, this channel is probably not for you. I don't care about the views, and I don't care about making money. That's not what I'm doing this for. Yes, it's nice. You put a lot of time and work into it, so that's fine, and I want my channel to grow. But I want people to be here that genuinely love me and enjoy my content. And there are a couple of you that clearly don't. So I'm sure there's another channel out there that you would enjoy if that's possible. So go jump over there and watch and enjoy, and don't waste your time or your bitter energy leaving negative comments. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for you but waste your time. Telling me that I am a bad mom because I decluttered my child's room or I threw away something that was empty or trash or broken is ridiculous. So I don't want to hear it. 99% of the people that are here that do love me and have the best intentions for me don't want to hear it. So do yourself and myself a favor and just unsubscribe if you're subscribed in the first place. But to the 99% of you that are amazing, I just want to tell you thank you so much. You all have no idea what it means to me to read your comments and all of the tips and all the knowledge that you're giving me and helping me to become a better housekeeper or to do things differently, or just to tell me not to use essential oils around my dog because it can be toxic. I had no idea. So I love that. So if you're here for the right reason, I love you so much. You all have no idea what you mean to me. For the 1% of you that have nothing better to do than to try to ruin my day, it does not. But I will say that I love you anyway. I'll be praying for you, because some people are so miserable within themselves that they spew misery at others. And if you are that kind of person, or you are in that shape, you need prayers, and I will be praying for you. But anyway, let's get on with it. know if you all feel this way, but sometimes I feel like I'm getting slammed. It feels like it's one thing right after another. 2 weeks ago it was a car wreck. On this day it was my mom having a heart attack, and we figured it was just a pulled muscle. There's just times in our life where it's one thing right after another, but I will say that I'm thankful for the storm. I know that nothing can touch me that doesn't go through God's hands first, and I know He sees things that I don't, and I know that every day I'll live, He has a plan, and He knows what's laying ahead of me, and He will always take care of me. I know that. I know things can only happen to me that God allows, and I think He uses things to either get my attention, teach me lessons, or just to show me His mercy and how good He can be. In all times and in all things, God is so good to me. I feel like that I deserve His love the least, yet I feel like sometimes He gives it to me the most. And I wouldn't know His healing without sickness, and I wouldn't know relief without the pain. So thankful for the storm. That song has always stuck with me, and it is so, so true. We have to experience some things and go through some things to know His mercy and to know His healing and to know His love. And I'm so thankful that no matter the outcome, no matter what happens, I know He has me in His hands and He's going to take care of me. If things had turned out differently Monday night and my mom had not made it, I'm so thankful I had her for 42 years, because some people don't get that chance. I cannot say He's not good to me. God is so good to me no matter what. Through all things, He's so good to me.
This is such a rush.
Hey guys, so I posted on my community tab on Monday. On Monday. I don't know if everybody's seen that or if y'all look at that. I'm kind of new to all this, so I don't know how it really works, but I did post on my Instagram stories, my Facebook story. Monday I was doing a cleaning video for you guys, and I had the kitchen almost done, and my mom called and said she thought she pulled a muscle in her chest. She had knee replacement surgery December 28th, and she's been doing so good, so ahead of schedule, and it really surprised me actually, because I figured that she would have a really rough time with that, but she's done so good. She's been way ahead of schedule, done everything and more that they thought she would do. She's done great. So she said that when they bent her leg back during therapy, she said she kind of braced herself. So she thought she had strained a muscle because she could feel it right then. So after therapy, it kept on and on. So she was like, I think I pulled a muscle. I was like, are you sure it's not heart, like chest pain? She was like, I think it's just a pulled muscle. So then a few minutes later, she called me back, and they had called an ambulance. And in the back of the ambulance, they did an EKG that was bad, so they took off with her to the hospital. I got my dad. My dad doesn't drive. He has macular degeneration, so he doesn't see well at all. He can't drive, anything like that. Can't read, can't sign his name. I mean, he's pretty bad. So anyway, he's completely dependent upon my mom. And if my mom's not around, he's completely dependent upon me. So I went and got my dad. We took off to the hospital. They said that they were getting her out of the ambulance, and as soon as they got her in a room, like in a little, the ER room, they would let us come back and see her. So 2.5 hours later, we still hadn't heard anything. Didn't know if she was dead or alive, what was going on. We knew something was going on. They came and got us and took us to the heart cath waiting area. They had done a heart cath. I can't remember like the real name that they used. They went up in there. The vein was too small to put a stent in, so they did a balloon to open it up, and they took the balloon out. When they went up in through her leg the first time, couldn't get it, and she bled out and lost a lot of blood. So they went up in another place and got it, So she had some bleeding. They thought she had internal bleeding. She didn't. But her oxygen, she was in ICU for 2 nights. Her oxygen was up and down and up and down. Her blood pressure was the same. Finally, I guess throughout the night and today, they got all that stable. Her vitals were good, so they came in just a little while ago, and I took my dad up there for today because they wouldn't let us stay the night. So they came in and said that she could leave. So she went out of ICU straight home. I was like, I've never really seen somebody go out of ICU home, because usually it's from ICU to a room, so, and then you go home. But she came straight out of ICU into my car, and I hope that they didn't let her go too soon. I hope they made the right decision. She went to just our local hospital, and I know a lot of people said to take her to Knoxville, which is like where the bigger hospitals, the better hospitals are. But they stopped at Morristown Hamlin, because if they hadn't, if she would have died, she was so bad. Knoxville is probably a good 30 minutes going like emergency traffic. They ended up taking her here, and that was the best decision, saved her life. They were awesome here. I mean, I had all my babies there, and I know a lot of people use a bigger hospital, but you know, they saved her life. So thankful for the doctors and the staff there. They were all so sweet and so kind to us and took good care of her. And she's still alive, so we'll take it any day. She means so much to me. She is 100% the glue that keeps us all bound together. I have a 14-year-old sister that's adopted. My parents adopted her. She's actually their great niece. But they had her since she was 9 months old, so that's her mom, and she needs her mom. She's 14. So, and my dad needs my mom. He's completely dependent on her, and I need my mom. I mean, I'm calling my mom every day. Like I said in my post, I've always prayed since I've been a mom. I've always prayed, Lord, just let me live until my kids are grown. My kids need me. Please just let me live long enough to see my kids grown so that they'll be okay. But in reality, I'm 41 years old, right? I'm 42. I'm 42 years old, and I need my mom every day. Like, when I had kids, I had all these questions, and she knew all the answers and helped me so much and watched my kids while I worked. And she was their mom. She was their second mom, and I love that. My mom and I, she's my best friend. Have we always been like that? No. I mean, I went through my phase where I thought I knew best and she was wrong and I was right. And that's just part of growing up, and that's a learning experience. And I'm sure I put my mom through things that she didn't enjoy, but at the end of the day, she loved me unconditionally, no matter what. I see so many people that don't have that relationship with their parents, and it's so sad. It's very sad to me. There's nothing that my kids could do to make me love them any less, no matter what. Not that I would agree with any of their decisions that they make or do make, but no matter what, I would always love my kids. And I've always had that from my parents, and I know I always will. I could be put in jail tomorrow for something crazy I did tonight or whatever, but I know at the end of the day, my parents wouldn't be proud of that decision, but I would always have their love no matter what. And I wish that everybody had that, and I know that's not the case, but I will say that your life can change in a split second. It wasn't 2 weeks ago, I was in the middle of a video again, and my daughter had a bad wreck. Could have took her life right there, could have taken her life. And then this, if she'd waited 5 more minutes to call, she wouldn't have made it. And you think it's not gonna happen to you. The last thing I thought of Monday while I was cleaning was that my mom was gonna have a heart attack. My mom's never had heart problems, she's healthy. But your life can change in an instant. So if you have kids that you're not speaking to, or if you have parents that you're not speaking to, and I know that sometimes you just have to love people from a distance, and you can't get along, and I understand that. If there's any way you can have a relationship with your parents, I would advise you to do that. I have always had a good relationship with my mom. My mom knows I love her. I know my mom loves me, but had she died Monday night, I would have had regrets still, because you don't always talk to or treat people the way you would want to if that were your last day with them or your last conversation. So anyway, if you can make amends with anybody that means something to you in your life, please do that. Life is short. You never know. Your life can change overnight in a snap. It can be gone and there's not another chance. So I'm just so thankful that God was watching over her, that he nudged her to go because she's so stubborn. So when I knew they called an ambulance, I was like, okay, she's bad, because she would never agree to that if she was not. So she would, I mean, at the very least, she would be like, come get me and take me. She wouldn't have went by ambulance. So I knew it was bad. It was bad. So thankful that everything turned out okay. Thank God that he was watching over her and that he allowed me to have another day with my mom, because she means the world to me. The absolute world to me. But I've got all that footage from where I cleaned on Monday, so you just seen all that. So now I just brought my mom home, dropped her off, and she said, she asked me what I was doing, and my dad's with her and my grandparents are over there with her. So she asked me if I was busy, and I said I just needed to finish this video up, and she asked me if I would do some things around her house, and I was like, if I can film it. So, you know, because I need some footage here. I need to get this video up for you guys. So she was like, if you know, come clean my house and film it. So I'm going to take you guys over there and we're going to do some cleaning for her and get some things done, because she's not able, and she's been down for weeks with her knee. And it's just been my dad that can't see, and then my 14-year-old sister that doesn't clean like I would clean. So I'm gonna go over there and do that. You all may have seen her house before in videos. I've cleaned my sister's room. I decorated for Christmas over there. But I will go ahead and say she needs some decluttering in her life. So we're gonna work on that as soon as she starts getting better. We're nothing fancy. I wasn't raised fancy at all. We are plain people. We are very blessed to have roofs over our head, food, we're warm, we're dry, all that, but we're nothing fancy. We don't live in $1 million homes. We're just plain people. So don't want any judgment. I mean, if you want to say something about my house and my things, that's fine, but I would rather you not say anything about her house, or if it's dirty or whatever. I don't want anybody coming at her with mean, rude comments, because she's been through so much and she doesn't need that. She needs prayers and she needs uplifting comments. So if you guys don't care to kind of lift her up and remember her in your prayers, I know she would be so thankful. But let's go clean her house.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can write all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend, and call me anytime. I got you, and you got me too.
I was blessed with the best parents in the whole wide world, and I know a lot of you have great parents too. As good, yes. Better, no way. My parents raised me to be kind and to have sympathy and to try to understand what someone else is going through and to not judge and to love and to be good to people. I am who I am today because of them. They were not the parents that thought their kids were perfect. if I was wrong, I was wrong. It didn't matter that I was their kid, and I would be held accountable for that. If I went to school and got in trouble, I would have been in more trouble when I got home. And that's just the way they were, and that's the way they raised me. And I am so thankful that they were the way they were. And I'm sure at the time I probably thought they were mean and they were horrible. But now that I'm grown and I'm a parent, I understand completely why they made choices they made when it came to discipline and raising me. So thankful, so very thankful. Just like Kaylin, she's their great niece, and that baby needed a home, and they had an extra bedroom, so she was welcome to it. They sacrificed to raise her. They are, in their 60s and 70s, and they don't feel like raising a kid, I'm sure, and it's not always fun, but they would do anything they could, blood related or not. They would have took her. They are amazing. And Kaylin would have been raised in a mess had it not been for my parents, and she knows that. I know that it scared her going through this whole experience because they're all she has. I mean, of course, if something happened to my parents, I would take her in a split second. But that's her mom and that's her dad. And I know she has to think, what would I do if something happened to them? What would happen to me? But that's just the kind of people they are. And I appreciate every prayer that's been said for her. There's been so many of you reach out to me and tell me you're praying and asking me how she is and all of that. And it means so much to me. It really does. And that's the one thing I love about this channel and the community of friends I have here, is that you all are so kind and caring and compassionate, and I love that. And I just want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for every prayer, every thought, every message that's been sent, because you have no idea what it means to me. No idea.
And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights. And I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're
Don't know what. Yeah, you do. You got 3.
When I'm older, I'll get some lashes.
No, put them back over there. Yeah, that whole pack. Yeah, they're molded, Mama. Go get some. I have to throw them around. Do you need?
I've got some bones, Caitlin.
Grandma, I've never heard you tell me that you love me besides the first day we were on.
Well, I would.
I cried so hard.
No, Mabel, and you never tell me that.
Your head on the thing.
No, I'll be like, when I stay here, I'll be like, good night, I love you, Mabel. And she'll be like, good night. I'll be like, I love you. And she's like, good night.
You can tell all your people thank you for praying for you. There was a bunch of people commented and said just praying for you.
I know. There's like 69 comments.
They don't watch your video.
No, on YouTube. That's not Facebook. It's YouTube people.
Can I see myself?
No. Yeah.
You, little child, are right there.
Yeah, you're right there. You're fixing your hair.
Well, it looks awful.
Well, what do you expect? You just got out of ICU. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
I posted
Mom.
to pray for you what happened, and there was a bunch of people that said they were praying for you. Allie, get out of it.
Sorry.
Okay, as Amanda posted earlier, I'm her mom. 3 weeks ago, I had knee replacement surgery, plus Monday I had a heart attack. So I really want to thank everyone for the prayers because they mean the world to me. So just keep praying for me. I'm looking at changing my whole way of living. I've got to change my diet. If anybody knows any good recipes, that's cardiac correct. Just send them to Amanda. I would love to have some ideas. Thanks again.
No, I won't never let you down. I promise you that I hold on. I know that it gets tough sometimes, so I'm here to remind you.
Granny, you're in the background cooking. Is that okay?
Will shine on you wherever you go, wherever you go.
Mom, what's in this aluminum foil pan? Okay.
Mom, how are you doing?
Is it good?
I feel like I've been beat.
It gets dark, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine. The sun will shine. Yeah.
Granny, say hi.
Hey.
Can you see yourself now?
Helen and
An engine.
Now I cannot picture my life being without you. You're the center of my life. I know we can't predict the future, but baby, I won't lose you. You know that I will stick around. Yeah, I will stick around. No, I won't let you down, I promise
cut that out.
you that I hold on. I know that it gets tough sometimes, so I'm here to remind you, love. The sun will shine on you wherever you go, wherever you go. And when it gets dark, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine. The sun will shine. Yeah. The sun will shine. The sun will shine. Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah.
I didn't do much out here on this day, as you've seen. I just wanted to get the main space picked up, so as she has company come in and out, it's not terrible, because I'm sure you all know how it is, because we don't always have our house presentable 100% of the time. So she wasn't expecting to be took to the hospital and to be having company when she got home. So we just wanted to get this picked up so it would look okay if she had company or if anybody came out, whatever. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the prayers. You all mean the world to me. I know I can always count on you guys, and that means so much to me. But if you're not subscribed and you want to stick around, I'd love it. If not, that's okay too. But I hope you guys have a good day, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop. Can't stop. Yeah. I always knew that this would happen. Yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Can we let go of tomorrow?